G'day everyone. My name's Greg, and I'm a lifelong Liverpool supporter, and um, I've just, I've been watching the World Cup, and my little bitch session's about Griezmann, and like during the World Cup, the refs have come down really hard on the free kicks inside the penalty box, and which is good because, and I hope it carries on to the Premier League next season. Excuse me, where in the past they'll give free kicks outside the penalty box, but they get scared buggerless inside the penalty box and don't usually give them. And they've addressed that this World Cup, so I hope it carries on into excuse me, where they been giving penalties in the penalty box, which is clear in this game where at just before half time, where Perisic, a Croatian player, deliberately handballs the ball to deflect it out of play so it doesn't get across him to a France player. And they reviewed it. VAR called him out, let the ref know about it, and he came back and viewed it and gave a penalty, and France scored. But in this situation, and because of copyright, I can't show the actual footage, but so I've just got a screen image of the incident where Griezmann goes down, but I'll play it through on my other screen. And if you guys can get to a footage of it, you'll see that it's not the Croatian player that comes into contact with Griezmann. It's Griezmann who pulls his left leg back so that he touches the Croatian player, and then he goes down. He takes a dive, and from that, there's a free kick. The referee's adamant that it's not a free kick, that it's a free kick, and that there's no questionable things there. And France get a free kick, which Mandzukic from Croatia scores an own goal. So France are up 1-0 within the first 5 minutes of the game. And my beef is that from that point on, during the whole rest of the game, the refs, the VAR system, and all that, it all worked perfectly. They did their job, and I don't know why the people who at VAR who would have reviewed the free kick that Griezmann took a dive in would have had a word in the ref's ear and said, "Look, you should check the VAR because Griezmann's taken a dive." Or just check the VAR, and he would have seen for himself that Griezmann pulls back his left leg instead of planting it in his next natural step. He pulls it back so it comes in contact with the Croatian player, and he takes a dive, and they get the free kick, and the goal ensues from that free kick. And people call it gamesmanship, and to me, that's gamesmanship is just another word for cheating. Gamesmanship is team spirit and the spirit of the game, and working together as a team. Cheating, gamesmanship in this sense that people call it, is not gamesmanship. It's cheating. The truth remains. It is what it is. Cheating is cheating, no matter what colour brush you want to paint it with. And I just don't understand. Like, this isn't a local Sunday match. This is the penultimate game of the World Cup final. This is the holy grail of football. This match, and they got it so wrong within the first 5 minutes, where the crew watching all the videos of the VAR didn't notify the ref to go and have a look, that there's something he should check out to do with a free kick, and he would have seen it. Because he was so adamant. You'll see the ref is so adamant that it's a definite free kick, and that's what I mean. If they're going to use the VAR, then use it properly. Don't just use it in bits and pieces, So this wasn't really on the referee. This was on the VAR staff. They missed this in a World Cup final where Griezmann got away with taking a dive and France scored from it. And it's just really wrong. These teams prepare, spend millions of dollars, heaps and heaps of hours of training. Heaps, all the behind the scenes work and all that to get to this position. And they get ripped off because Griezmann takes a dive and there's no accountability. And France go on and win it 4-2. And who knows what the outcome would have been. And you could say that Perisic's goal balances it all out. No, it doesn't. That's another moment, another time further in the game. Who's to say that if the VAR got called into it and Griezmann got a stern talking to, a yellow card, and Croatia got the free kick, that Croatia didn't go and score from that free kick, or because got confidence up that they held France out for the first 20 minutes or however long, and pushed really hard and had France rattled and changed the course of the game. You don't know. So that goal by Perisic balanced nothing out. There was another moment in time, 15 minutes further on in the game. And so the whole VAR system is responsible for this, and it just took the shine off. Besides Colombia being a pack of ferals in this World Cup, it took the shine off what overall was a pretty damn good World Cup. And on that note, I'll publicly thank his SBS on demand and Lucy Zelich and Craig Foster and David Zilic and Martin Tyler for the excellent coverage, and they did on SBS for the World Cup via SBS on demand app. And Lucy's such a graceful, beautiful woman, and he's got a keen passion and knowledge for the game. And Craig Foss is just an analytical genius and just breaks the game down so beautifully in this team systems and their way of play and their weaknesses and strengths. And so it was a beautiful to watch him do his work, and Zero was looking good sitting on the couch. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it except for Colombia. Just carry on in that game against England, and I think it was a quarter-final match, and this ultimate game, the World Cup final, where the VAR system failed Croatia, and France scored a goal from the ensuing free kick. There shouldn't have been a free kick. Griezmann should have got a yellow card for taking a dive. And that really shits me, like, in general, like, even with Pogba, like, and Griezmann, like, well, Pogba can't really play his natural style because he's at Manchester United under Hitler, or Mourinho as he's called. Excuse me. Who's just got a very restricted regimental way of play, so nobody gets to express themselves, and his systems are so rigid that I don't know how anybody breathes in that team, and I don't think Alexis Sanchez will stay at Manchester United for too long. It was his boyhood dream to play for them, and he joined them last season, but playing under Mourinho, he can't express himself, and nobody can. So I'm glad that I hope that he leaves there soon, because he's a beautiful player to watch. But yeah, Pogba, he's a dirty player, even though he scored beautiful goals. And Griezmann, he's such a talented player. He's like Eden Hazard is what, in my mind, Eden Hazard's got more skill and talent than Griezmann. But Eden Hazard, like a couple of seasons, he's been such a show off, and it's like, geez, dude, get over yourself, and yeah, you're good, but don't get carried away. And he grew up. He sorted himself out. Someone must have pointed out to him that, stop being a pussy and carry on with all that showing off and look at me stuff, and just be humble and rely on your skill and your talent. And he's done that, and he's grown up, and now he's beautiful to watch, and it's a real pleasure to watch him play. But Griezmann doesn't. Griezmann's like Eden Hazard was, it's thinks he's all that and all the rest of it, and it's gone to his head, and so he's a show off. But he's also got this crappy dark side of the play where he takes dives and all the rest of it. And I can't stand that stuff. So somebody should give him an uppercut and a good talking to and tell him to sort his stuff out. But anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. Whether you like it or not, like my video, subscribe. I'm not too fussed. To me, it's more about, the conversation and the interaction. So if you agree with what I say, great. Let me know. If you disagree, then that's great. Also, let me know your thoughts. But yeah. So it's just, I just think it's wrong. So I'll just let this play.
Croatia is struggling to clear. Griezmann. Free kick France.
And you'll even see in the replay where the referee's so adamant, no, definitely free kick. But you listen to.
He's right, Brozovic. There's no real contact there. Griezmann's just going to ground.
Yeah, see?
Griezmann delivers, looking for the flick, and there was one.
And that's the goal, and then they win the game 4-2. And whether they deserved it or not, who knows? Because like I said, they took the natural flow and what would have naturally happened in this game away because of this dude took a dive, Cheeky little French player thinks he's all that. But yeah, like I said, that's my 2 cents worth. You let me know your thoughts, and my name's Greg, and thanks for watching, and happy days to everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the World Cup. It was fantastic. So bye for now. Thanks for watching. All the best.